Hello, ladies and gentlemen, loyal Imperial citizens and rebel scum alike. Welcome to another immanent gameplay video. Back with more Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes today. Now, it's been a while since I've made a Galaxy of Heroes video. Been a while since I've made a video at all, actually. Sorry about that. I've been traveling a lot and haven't been able to record, but I am excited to be back at the holotables now. Been a little slow in Galaxy of Heroes lately, I think. We haven't had that much exciting stuff happening. Let me know how your guys' journey through Galaxy of Heroes and your experience of the game has been going. But generally speaking, it has been a little slow, I think. That said, we do have some new stuff coming in the pipeline, so I am excited about that. Today's just a short video. Obviously, we're going to be looking at unlocking Sana Starros as we continue to move toward Dr. Aphra, the Dr. Aphra character that is coming down the pipeline in the future. So by now, probably, I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have already been through this unlock, so I'm not going to go through every single tier. This is going to be more like actually, I think the last video I did for Galaxy of Heroes, which was another Aphra-related video where we were looking at Trip and BT. And, you know, I think they were really great additions to Galaxy of Heroes, and I have been using them with 50 Cent with Sortie in the 3v3 Grand Arena. I'll pop a link in the top right-hand corner to the video that I made looking at those two droids when they were introduced and, you know, why I think you should build them for your Grand Arena 3v3. But today, I am going to be unlocking Sana Starros, and we're just going to be just kind of commenting on her. I think she is, spoiler alert, I think she is a good addition to the game. Now, one of the things I like most about her is probably the synergy that she's got with Scoundrel allies, particularly Rebel Scoundrel allies. I think that's pretty cool because it means that there's actually a whole range of tunes that you compare her with. I also think her kit is pretty impressive. She gets a lot of extra attacks in. She's got that cleanse for allies, and she's going to throw the auto taunt on any tanks that you bring in with her as well, as long as they've got that synergy. But I really love that she throws around vulnerable on the enemy, and then her ultimate or second special attack deals that extra damage there, getting those extra hits to the enemies that she has inflicted with vulnerable. All in all, I think she's a pretty decent tune. I don't think she's game-changing, but I do think she's a pretty solid addition to the holotables. And, you know, I think that this game, Galaxy of Heroes, so there's two things, really. First of all, I really love that they're bringing in a lot of these EU or Legends characters. I've mentioned that multiple times, but I think it's really great. I think it's one of the big strengths of this game, really, that they really do bring in characters from completely across the Star Wars universe, multifaceted as it is, so canon and non-canon characters. And I don't know, I mean, maybe Sana is technically canon, I don't know, you can let me know down below, but she certainly seems like a very EU or Legends character to me, and I love that they source that. Dr. Aphra too, obviously, coming from that part of the universe. And secondly, you know, I love that these characters are accessible, right? I think it's important that they bring in legendaries and that they do keep you know, expanding the journey guide part of the game, but I think we do need to have these more accessible kind of mid-tier characters that have good kits that can really revitalize older characters. So something that I really like about actually the unlock here is that they're getting you to use Stormtrooper Han and Lando, Rebel Lando, regular Lando, two characters, two tunes that I don't know about you, but I don't really use an awful lot in the game, so I think it's really great to see a new way to use them, new synergies that you can bring in. I'm also pretty excited to see how Dr. Aphra fits into the game when we do eventually get her, and how she, you know, whether she does have synergy with Sana, and you know, how that works, especially with the two droids, Trip and BT as well, you know, to see if they do work together, because we're not really seeing that synergy right now with Sana and the droids, which does make sense if you're familiar with the characters. But I think, I don't know, it's actually making me more excited for the eventual introduction of Dr. Aphra into the game. So I think Sana is a great addition. And then finally, I really like the model. I think this is another one that they've knocked out of the park. I think it's a pretty good design here. Now, it doesn't have a fidget. You know, I'm always going to complain about that if they don't give the model a fidget, but generally speaking, I think this model looks pretty cool. And let's face it, graphics, not one of the areas that Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes excels at. It's really being overshadowed right now by other similar mobile gacha games. In terms of the graphics, it really does look its age. So I think whenever they introduce a good model like this, we need to celebrate it. Well, there you go. This just, as I said, a very quick video, just taking a quick look at Sana, her introduction to the game. I think she gets a thumbs up from me. I think she's a pretty decent character. Again, I don't think she's game-changing, but I do think she's pretty decent, and I am looking forward to using her. It does also make me more excited for the introduction of Dr. Aphra, but that's just me. What about you? Let me know down below what you think of Sana, what you thought of the last two droids as well, Trip and BT, what you think of Dr. Aphra, if you're excited for her introduction to the game. Also, how you're doing with Galaxy of Heroes in general right now, because as I mentioned, I feel like it has been a little slow. I am excited for some of the updates that we've got coming up down the pipeline, but right now, I don't know, it's been a little bit of a slow season in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, despite the fact that obviously we did have the anniversary, and I was very impressed with the gifts, the rewards that they gave. They're very grateful for all of that, but it's felt a little slow, felt a little stagnant. That said, I'm still super enjoying the game, and I'm looking forward to getting back into making videos for it, so don't go anywhere if you want to see more of those. That is all from me today. Thanks for being a part of this journey with me. If you have enjoyed this video, found it informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And hey, while you're here, why not consider subscribing? I drop new gameplay videos for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends, and a few others in there normally every single week. As I said, I haven't done it for the last couple of weeks. I've been traveling, but I'm going to get back on the regular schedule of every single week. You will have at least one video from me, and I would love to have you along for the ride. Well, that is all from me today. I'll see you in the next one. In the meantime, look after each other. And remember, the Force will be with you. Always.